Good afternoon. It is December 6th, Money Monday, and I lost a little bit of money today, $135.90 before commissions. Now, it was a little bit of a rough day overall in the market. There's a couple of small cap NASDAQs had some decent moves, but overall, not a whole heck of a lot going on. Now, I lost money on IGEN this morning. Now, if you remember, this was on the watch list, and I kind of fumbled the morning panic dip by a little bit on this one. We can see that there was a couple of fake morning panic dip buys right here. Some people bought in, and you could have gotten a tiny bounce on that one. Where I bought in was actually on this doji candle here. This doji down, this dip was bought in so heavily that I thought we were getting ready for a bounce. So I entered at 6.2, 10:01 a.m. right here. And then as soon as it broke down below there, at 10:04, I cut it at 0.0056 and 0.0057. Now, I cut it too soon. That was the temporary bottom there at 0.0056. It popped back up and touched 7 here. So it would have been a nice 5 to 10% gainer if I had held on to it into that little pop-up. But this little doldrum scared me out, and I'm okay with that because sometimes when morning panic dip buys go against you, they continue going down very quickly. So I'm okay with cutting my losses for a small loss there. I wish I had held on, but you know, hindsight is 20/20. The next one is AABB. Now you think I'd know to stay away from this one after all the money I've lost on it, but I didn't. Anyways, I bought in right here at 13.19. It was a good morning panic dip buy. I didn't have that one on my watch list and wasn't really watching it, but you could have hit that morning panic dip buy for a decent little gain. Here I was thinking it was having some strength and had found the bottom and put in a higher low a couple of times here. And I was thinking it was going to have a first green day bounce idea. If you look at the 1 year, 1 day chart, you can see it's been downtrending for quite a while and it hasn't really had a first green day. So that's what I was thinking my theory was today was that it's going to pull back red to green and have a first green day in the afternoon. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I could have sold at 13.5 for a small win a couple of different times. I didn't. I let it chop around on me. Got into the sideways action, and then I sold right in here at 305, 306 as it was moving back towards 1305, 1306. It was a good sell. The strength never came in. There was a lot of volume that took place here, and it just didn't go anywhere. So I figured it was going to start heading south on me. So I cut it, and it did head south. So I stayed away from bigger losses. I think I lost like $30 on that one. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. There was a couple of good runners today in OTC land. VBIX was a good runner this morning. Some people got caught up in this afternoon chop fest, and they thought it was going to go towards a higher high of day. That I didn't get interested in that one mainly because it's already up 400% on the day, so I didn't really see much potential for an afternoon run. This morning, though, would have been the way to play it. If you could have gotten in on this dip off from its highs and then rode it up, you know, taking a chunk of this move here would have been the way to play it. I didn't play it. It was already up a fair amount. I didn't know how high it could go. And it wasn't really trading a lot of volume. You can see that, you know, it's trading under 200,000 shares a minute. So it really wasn't a ton of volume. It was kind of a weird runner. The other one today was DMAN. And I didn't play DMAN either. Mainly because of this action this morning is just, how do you trade that? You know, it's not really going anywhere consistently. There's no consistent volume. The only place that would have been a good entry would have been here on the dip off its highs, but there was no confirmation that it was going to continue higher, so I stayed away from that one as well. Shame on me. I guess I probably should have hopped in this one. And one way to do it would have been a gap fill pattern. So you can see it had this huge gap down back in November. And then when it broke out of this range here at basically 1.1 cents, you could have hopped in as it broke over that. There was some resistance there. you hopped in there and you could have rode it up pretty good. That would have been the way to play it. Shame on me for missing that one. That one actually was pretty apparent, but didn't know how high it could go. You know, it's already up 30, 40, 50% on the day, so how high is it going to go? OTCs aren't super hot, so I wasn't super convicted that it was going to continue upwards. I hope you guys had a better day than me. Going to take the lessons I learned today, apply them for tomorrow, and continue to get better. Keeping the size small until the market starts to prove itself a little bit more. You know, it can't be taking big losses at this point. You need to be taking small losses, getting small wins. And then when the consistency comes back into the market, I'll start sizing up a little bit and hopefully putting all the lessons to good use. Make sure you hit that like button. We have and the subscribe button. You don't want to miss videos like this. We have our daily recaps where I shoot you straight. I tell you whether I made money, whether I lost money, how much I made, what happened, what I played, what I should have played. We also have the pre-market watch lists that come out every morning that I'm trading right before market open, usually around 8:30 to 9, depending on what's going on. And it outlines the plays for the day. We also have the Trading 101 video series, which builds on the basics of trading. And we've been adding to that pretty steadily as well. So you don't want to miss a thing. Thank you guys. Bye.